Welcome to Charts Today. My name is David Linton, and today's edition for Thursday, the 5th of July, comes to you from London. And we start by looking at the dollar index, just still heading a little bit lower here. Market's quiet yesterday, of course, after 5th of July. So this is looking like we're just ending the week with the dollar still in that bearish mode. But medium term, we're still looking bullish. Looking at the euro, we see here it's just continuing to move a little bit higher against that weaker dollar as well, but still bearish on the point and figure chart short term and medium term on the Ichimoku. Looking at the Japanese yen, we see here the yen dollar is actually just kicked up a little bit, but still not through the cloud, so just struggling to get higher there. Sterling pushing higher against the dollar. News out yesterday confirming stronger numbers for the quarter, so it looks like we'll see interest rates going up in August. That's what's being priced into the market, so that's pushing sterling a little bit higher, and against the euro we saw the move higher yesterday, but we've come back again this morning. We still have these downside targets hanging over sterling, so it is too soon to say. And here we see the Swiss franc sterling looking quite strong there as well, and against the Aussie dollar sitting at $1.79, did nudge 180 yesterday, so quite key there. Bitcoin is at 6,600, so looking a little bit better. We haven't activated yet these upside targets. We have activated one to 7.3. There's another one 7.2 not yet activated, but does look like a short-term recovery in Bitcoin. Of course, the US markets were closed yesterday, so no real updates there. Looking at the futures, we're seeing here the S&P future is up 1/4%, and the Nasdaq E-mini up just over 2.2%. So it does look like the US markets will open slightly higher. FTSE is up this morning about 1/3%, and mid caps up very little indeed at 0.03%. So mid caps really lagging the FTSE at the moment. Looking at the DAX starting to come through on the short term chart, looks like we might have found support on the lagging line on the medium term chart. So the DAX looking a little bit better, and the CAC Quarante also doing much the same thing. So markets looking a little bit more better this morning. Looking at Tokyo, we're down 1% there overnight, and the Hang Seng was down 0.2%, and the Chinese market continues to worry, down just under 1%. So we are just seeing China gradually sinking. It's been a pretty bad week, making new lows there. And of course, activating new downside targets here, 6% downside. Many of you will know I've been quite a bear on Chinese stocks. Looking at the Sensex, looking stronger here, crossing through the cloud on the short-term chart, and the Australian market also looking a little bit higher. Lovely upside targets here on the medium-term chart. Brent crude sitting at 77.80 this morning, so that's just very flat the last few days, waiting for direction, but still holding its strength. WTI at 74.05. That spread has really closed in between Brent and WTI. So remember, it was as much as $11. It's now back to $4. So that spread has really closed in, and WTI looking bullish, of course. US nat gas sitting at 284, just can't get above this $3 level. And if we take a look at gold, sitting at 1254, in bullish territory on the short-term chart, but not running very far yet. And silver also just looking bullish on the short-term chart, but again struggling to really trend. US Treasury yield sitting at 2.86%, getting back above the cloud on the short-term chart. Tech stocks were all closed yesterday, of course, so no really big comments there. We have to wait and see what happens today. That's it for now. Until tomorrow, happy charting. See you then.